Hi, I'm Bonnie Annis.
And I'm Nicole Bruder.
And we're here from Lemoore. So normally you would see Stephanie Prestige here, but we've decided to guest host today's YouTube Live, and we're going to talk about a few different things today. We've been focusing, if you've been watching our YouTube Lives weekly, we've been focusing on the science of the skin microbiome. Today we're going to take a little bit of a different angle. Nicole and I tend to work on more of the marketing side of the business, and we're going to talk about a few of the things we are seeing in the skin microbiome market. So Nicole, what did we think about beauty and skincare? What was the thought process about the whole market?
Yeah, if you are joining for the first time today, to kind of recap the scientific part in a few short words, we thought that you had to get your skin super clean, squeaky clean, and then treat it to solve the problems like acne, aging,
we needed
oiliness.
To exfoliate, we needed to deep cleanse, we needed to scrape it all off and then treat it with
highly active products,
very chemical based,
built in the lab.
Right, very strong products. So what was the effect of that kind of a treatment process?
We've actually done what's been more harm than good, and the skin's natural barrier has honestly been really hurt.
Right.
And is actually contributing to why we're seeing so many of those concerns.
Like rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, acne, and other kind of dermatitis, irritated skin conditions.
Yeah, there are actually signs of imbalance in the microbes on your skin.
Your skin is the warning system. It is your biggest protection, and it's your warning system when something is not going well. And this is what the current research is showing. The Human Microbiome Project is showing us that our skin is our greatest defense from all kinds of pathogens. So what's the alternative to that type of treatment process?
When we rebalance that microbial balance on our skin, the skin barrier becomes stronger and has a better defense against pathogens.
So the key to that is more of a diversity of microbes, that we don't want to just have one type of microbe on our skin. We want to have as many different types as possible to protect from the negative the pathogens that could land on our skin. We also, and it's hard to say this, especially given the business that we're in, but we want to reduce the products that we are using overall. The frequency, the number of products, that it can be simpler. Now, for someone who makes a living selling products, that can be kind of a weird thing to say. But it's really important to know that sometimes simpler is better. So before we get into talking about rewilding and what that means and what the data is showing about it, let's talk about the business opportunities. This video, this particular YouTube Live, is about for decision makers who are deciding where they want to be in on this market. And we can talk about fads, we can talk about trends, but we can also talk about the data. And I think that's what's really, really important to discuss. So you had mentioned to me earlier a particular term. What is that term?
That term is rewilding.
Okay. And what do we know about that? You mentioned the phrase skin barrier protection.
Right.
And what do we know about that term?
This term skin barrier protection is on like a viral path essentially. And we don't often talk about something being viral. Like we mostly like to say like we don't need to focus on fads. We need to focus on skin health. But those are actually coming into alignment here. Which
coming together.
I think is really cool. like searches on Google for skin barrier protection, the number of searches being performed is doubling year over year.
That's huge. It went, so from, I mean, we don't know what the actual search, Google carefully guards their data, but we know that the number of times that particular phrase, skin barrier protection, has doubled from year over year. And you can't go anywhere without hearing microbiome, without hearing probiotics. It goes so much beyond yogurt, right? So much beyond. And as much as I hate to, I'm really not a fad person. As much as I hate to do it, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is TikTok. I said to Nicole, we're not going to talk about TikTok. We are going to talk about TikTok.
And I said we have to talk about TikTok because it is the most used social media platform, the fastest growing social media platform. And so when we're looking at where future skincare, and we need a better word than trends, because I feel like trends incites the feeling of short term.
Right.
And we're looking at long-term patterns and business growth here.
Right.
But on TikTok, the hashtag skin barrier, I got to read my notes here. So the past year alone, because I don't want to be wrong on the timing here, 300 million views to 2.9 billion views. And that's only on one platform.
That's billion with a B. 2.9 billion views with the hashtag skin barrier. So not only are consumers looking for help with their skin barrier because they've read something, because they've seen something. Fewer people have read research, but that's kind of my jam. I love to read the research around it. But when 3 billion people are looking up information for skin barrier, you know you've gone beyond a fad and beyond a trend. You're seeing the future and what we know about our skin and its protection.
And it's all lining up with the science and the research that's taken place.
So I wanna just read a quote. The prediction is that in 2023, the year we're in, that rewilding will be, quote, embraced as the antidote to modern skin problems like rosacea, like psoriasis, with seed and feed products that help to repair, strengthen, and protect the skin's natural flora. And I don't know, I've always kind of had this suspicion that our body, our skin knows best, knows what it needs. And we are seeing that in the data. So we've got links for all this stuff that we're talking about today, and we will make sure to put them in the description below this video. But one of the most interesting pieces of data that I found is that the market for the skin microbiome repair product category is estimated in 2021 at $700 million US, which is not a small market in general, but
I'd like a little bit.
Like I would take just a couple million, that'd be okay. But that the projection is by 2029, the market is going to grow to 1.95 billion with a B US dollars. That's an annualized growth of 13 point something percent. That's huge annual growth in a saturated market like skincare. And what I find interesting about Esse specifically is that it was the first brand. There's a lot of big players in this brand. Elizabeth Arden is in this brand. Unilever's in this market. There's lots of huge players.
And if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to start seeing it on
everywhere.
Products you didn't even imagine.
I saw a commercial for pet food with a microbiome.
Yes.
Pet food, yeah, that's right. I want my dog to have a healthy gut too. But Esse, it should be noted, was the very first brand, the very first in 2015, 8 years ago, that had the first live probiotic serum. and it's got some great science behind it, especially in terms of the way it delivers those live microbes to your skin, and the results, the data behind the results are really, really exciting. So it's worth a longer conversation.
We can't cover it in a YouTube live.
We can't cover it in just this tiny little
I see that we have 7 people watching live, which is super fun, and I know there will be more back for the replay. So if you are wanting to discuss more on that topic, head to our link in the description of this live. And I think the live chat is probably the quickest way to connect. We have a new chat bot that's going to help you get through to us. Just pick chat with a team member, talk to a team member, and if it's during our business hours, you'll get right through.
I wanted to just finish up by saying, actually, maybe I'll throw to Nicole here. What I think is so remarkable about this is the program that's been put together. So this is not a cherry pick type of a brand. This is a system that works well together, optimally together in terms of pre, pro, and postbiotics. And that's where it's really exciting that there's lots of education around it and lots of support for the skin therapist and the business owner to be successful with this.
Really embrace it as a concept.
As a concept, exactly. So we've put together a marketing plan for Esse in Canada. And what kind of things would that include?
With your opening order, which I'll work with you as well as our educator Stephanie to customize that for you. And make some recommendations.
It's very modular as well, so it can fit with your business.
That comes with 10% back in point of sales marketing material. So I wish we had brought one to share in this live. We'll have to show it another day.
Why don't we ever bring any products to show?
There are some beautiful displays so that when you launch this brand in your spa, we're going to make an impact visually.
A full tester program, point of sale material, lots of marketing materials, lots of online materials as well, and lots of prepared marketing materials that you can share with your clients too. Because
you're also going to have access to these as you continue to replenish your inventory, both retail and back bar.
So when you reorder, there is an ongoing program for replenishment of point of sale material because your clients want to have more information. So there's a great program for that. What about the... I know. We're smiling because we're going to talk about the best part of it. Okay.
And we are really excited for this opportunity as well. But Esse hosts a 5-day microbiome course in South Africa, and we just had it at Lemoore that we will be having our top performing therapist attend, and you just have to pay for your flight. And
so for our stockists,
going to be exciting.
Yes, who embrace the Esse program system, that the top performing skin therapist has the opportunity to travel for 5 days to South Africa at no cost other than the flight for learning about everything to do with microbiome. Plus, we understand there's a few other opportunities that include wineries and safaris and all kinds of great stuff, and you'll just have to take me with you.
I was going to say, I think part of the bonus is that you'd get to go with someone from Lemoore, hopefully, so.
We'd have to go. We'd have to fight over who gets to go. Another great opportunity is to learn about your own skin's biodiversity.
Which we covered in last week's live.
Yes, with the swab kit that is a fascinating way to look. Everyone wants to know what their skin is made of. So you can learn about your own unique biodiversity on your skin through the swab kit, and that comes with your opening order. And what other things?
There is so much in-person and virtual education available with Esse. So you'll be included in a private Facebook group and invited to all kinds of events. Some of them, what I'm finding is they're on another time zone, so I'm usually finding myself catching the replay, but I like that because I can really focus.
I probably didn't mention to you that I got an email this morning that they're launching a North American education series. Oh! I think I forgot to say that. Yeah.
That's even better.
So
we
there you
can
go.
join in our own
And you're in our own time zone, give or take, East and West Coast.
But there's it's every month I'm getting notifications of more events to share. And I think to be able to learn directly from the people who are producing these fantastic products and brand is a real bonus.
It is, and their education program is brilliant. They're so knowledgeable.
I'm learning so much.
I know. Well, this has been a process that's taken 2 years to get here because it's been so mind-blowing and so different than what we know. What we have known about skincare for so long. One of the things we also want to make sure you know is that you can count on us when you launch this brand in your business. You can count on us for our participation as well in several different ways, because we want to make sure you know that we go on the journey with you to ensure your success. So if you can't tell, Nicole and I are super excited about this, and it's a very different flavor than the type of YouTube Live that we do with Stephanie Prestige. She's got the science. We've got the marketing.
And the ideas. I am already, just from this conversation, have so many more. So, yeah, they'll
reach out.
Yeah.
And we'll be here to help you answer any questions. And you should be in on this. The opportunities are quite exciting. Thanks for joining us today.